And what we've been doing for the last couple of years, 3 years, is supporting makerspaces. And the events that we've been part of here in Cape Town, the gathering of African makerspaces, this is basically the culmination of years of work to try and create an ecosystem for makerspaces in Africa and connecting it with Europe.
So the Global Innovation Gathering is an online community of makers, innovators, and especially spaces, physical spaces where digital innovation happens in all kinds of shapes and forms. And a lot of our work happens online because our members are all over the world, but convening physically is so important to have that face-to-face connection and just a different way of building meaningful relationships. That's how we like to say it. So we do it once a year, and we try to bring as many of our members together in our global gathering.
So for this year, we have so many makerspaces from Africa, from across the African continent, that are coming together for maybe the first time. And this is such an important moment in history because it's the formation of a community, of a network, of a new family perhaps, that believes in a different vision for this continent and are willing to make it happen.
Had a really rich program, and I felt lucky to moderate some of the panel discussions that we had yesterday and today, looking at the role of makerspaces as educational institutions, as job providers and engines for local economy, as well as looking at how makerspaces matter in humanitarian aid.
It is absolutely fantastic to be able to see all these makers coming together in this network and growing every year, and seeing all the stories and all the impact they are creating in each of their communities.
Ecosystems are about connections. There have been so many made. It's so important to meet face to face. The stories we've heard from makers who've invented things, who've had emails back and forth and WhatsApp messages with people who have been making those things in other countries. Finally, they've been able to meet. The quality of conversation is so much higher. The sense of community and the sense of an ecosystem that's emerged, that's really, really important.
It's been very welcoming. I think the people have been very welcoming. The spaces we've visited have been interesting. There's a lot of learning to take back home. And again, usually what people underestimate is the power of these networks. We all have similar situations, and we actually are tackling them in a very different way. And we get to learn on how we have been successful, how we have actually failed, but from failure we obviously have lessons learned. And just these stories are what people actually live for and thrive for. And I really believe we all have a story to tell, and this is what needs to be heard and amplified.
This has been made possible because there are now donors who are interested in supporting ecosystems and innovation ecosystems. So the MAKE project is a project supported by the European Union, European Commission Horizon 2020 programme. And then there's a fund called Research and Innovation Systems for Africa.
The network is growing every day, and there is so much to offer and to share.
Yeah, encourage each other and ourselves to continue with this important work, and of course to harness this power of community in order to work even more closely together.
What we're seeing here is the culmination of 2-3 years worth of projects, but we're actually at the beginning of something.